I just took some kids out there to see their mother, and he wouldn't let me through the front gates.
Well, with a strike in the place, I'm not surprised.
But security's not a problem. The women are all locked in their cells. I'm sure you would have organised it.
What I would have done is irrelevant. I've decided to resign.
Oh, no. Your sympathetic approach is just what's needed out there.
My sympathetic approach, as you call it, achieved nothing. Mr. Fletcher has a different approach. I'm sure his will be far more successful.
Well, he's not going to help the prisoners by bullying them and refusing children the right to see their mother. He obviously doesn't give a damn.
Was there anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, there was something. Doreen Anderson. I've just had a letter from the Salvation Army. Her mother's trying to trace her.
Doreen?
I thought you'd be pleased.
Oh, she's been let down by just about everyone. She dotes on her mother. If she were to be let down this time, I dread to think what would happen.
On the other hand, if her mother does care for her, it's exactly what she needs.
I agree the attitude of the mother should be ascertained.
Well, I would do it myself, but I'm so snowed under with work at the moment.
Would you like me to do it?
Would you?
Yes, if you like.
Thank you. I've got the letter here from Major Linwood. The telephone number's inside.
Oh, I wish I could get out of here. Wish I was like you. You don't seem to mind.
Oh, I do. What's the point?
Wonder what's happening to Bea.
Bea?
She used to sleep there. She's in the pound now.
Oh, I met her last night, delivering the meals.
Oh, you did? How was she?
Oh, she's fine. She's wondering what's going on. Miss Bennett wouldn't let me tell her.
That's Miss Bennett. The woman that I shot, she had a friend in here. A big lady named Martha. She attacked me out in the corridor. Bea hit her. Nobody saw anything, but they still lock Bea in the pound.
Well, she'll be out soon.
How do you know?
Oh, they can't keep her in for more than 2 days without a VJ's order. And if nobody
2
saw
days? Oh, that means she's due for release today.
Things seem to be running remarkably smoothly.
I've always said we make an excellent team.
Smith's due out today.
I think we should leave her there till the VJ arrives.
What about the regulations?
There's a strike, isn't there? In circumstances like this, there are bound to be problems. Besides, that's one of the strike demands. It'll look as if you're caving in.
You never give up, do you, Vera? You'll kindly release Smith as per the regulations.
Maybe that's right. Maybe you are caving in.
Calling Dr. College-Ajax. Dr. College-Ajax, see nurse Northern in intensive care. Dr. College-Ajax to intensive
Hello, Mum.
care.
Lorraine, what are you doing here? Oh, I bought you some flowers.
How did you know I was here?
Girl that's looking after Judith Ann.
Karen?
Yes, she came to see me. Well, I'm sorry you're in hospital. I did offer you a home.
Grudgingly.
Oh, you're just getting cranky in your old... as you're getting older.
Maybe.
Anyway, you didn't accept it.
And lead a lie. Pretend I'd never been to prison.
Look, there are some things the whole world doesn't have to know about. Still, if you change your mind,
I'm getting too old to cope.
there's a room there any time you want it.
It'd have to include Judith Ann and the baby. That big house, you have the space, and she is your daughter.
Look, Judith Ann made her own decisions. Anyway, she's always been impossible to control, all those fights and arguments. Well, she'd have the whole house in an uproar, and it's not fair on Ron.
He'd love to see her back, he told me.
He's always been a soft touch. You know that as well as I do. But his own health hasn't been the best. You can't disrupt the whole household for the sake of one person.
But what about the baby?
Well, I'm prepared to help it financially.
If your daughter's not good enough to live in your house, I'm sure she wouldn't want your money. And I don't either. Your money or your room.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mum.
So am I.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to come here after all. I'll get the sister to fix the flowers.
Well, about time.
Outside.
If you're going to lock someone up in the pound for no reason, you could at least make sure they're fed and let out on time. What's up with this place?
There's a strike.
I figured that had to be it.
But I still wouldn't try anything if I were you.
You know, I reckon if Fletch keeps up this record, he won't even be here when Mrs. Davidson gets back.
You could be right for once.
It's true, she's agreeing with me. I think I'll change my mind.
There's only one problem, Smith. Mrs. Davidson won't be coming back. She's resigned. And with Mr. Fletcher out of the race, guess who's next in line for the governor's job?